Hey!
Ever.
Sorry?
But the countdown is never on time anyway. You're always live like 5 seconds before you know you're live. So.
Well, it says that we are live, so I'll just check. Hey, everybody, it says we're live, so I'm just checking to make sure that Facebook is not lying. Nah, there we go. It's there.
You got it.
Cool. Awesome. So, as it says in the title of this live stream, everyone, I'm here with the most awesome woman in the world, Becky. Yay! Hey, Jeff. Jeff's saying hello.
I'm going to share this sucker while we're live. I want to get this in. Here we go. I got it now.
Yay.
We're rocking.
And we're talking about fear and holding yourself back and like setting yourself free from that, and all the bullshit that we take on from other people and from ourselves as well. And as you guys know, Becky is like renowned, most awesome expert in the world on this. She knows her shit big time. So we're having a big conversation about this. We're not quite sure exactly what we're going to say, but we're just going to say it. So.
It's just going to happen. I mean, that's the beauty of live, right?
That's it.
What I'm going to say or what's going to happen.
It's going to flow.
Yeah. I mean, like, my dog's in the background, and now everybody's going to come down to brush their teeth because we just went live, and it's 8:15 at night. It's the way it is. It's real shit.
It's 8:15 on Thursday night, Becky's time, and it's 8:15 a.m. on Friday morning, my time. So we've got two different time zones happening here. And we were just talking about the temperature there, how cold it is where Becky is, and how, like, I was saying that, like, it was getting colder here, and it's actually like it's not even cold at all compared to what's going on at Becky's.
At 25 degrees, that's your version of cold. Hello?
Yeah.
Perception is reality.
That's it. And she's talking 25 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
Because Becky's in Fahrenheit and I'm in Celsius. That's so funny.
Good time. So I'm in the part of the United States that forgot it was spring. That's what's happening. 31 degrees right now. It should be like 60, but that's okay. Mother Nature will snap out of it eventually, and it's all good.
Yeah, that's it. Cool. And I was just telling Becky I'm going to get some winter clothes today because I don't have any proper winter clothes. I've got a couple of pair of tracky dacks that look like I put me pants because I've lost a bit of body fat. My tracky pants look like I've pooped them. They're all like half full and all baggy and stuff like that. And I put them on the other day and I thought, they're actually starting to fall down. I need to they're like new, but I need to like go and get some other ones and look presentable while I'm running around while I'm away, so that I look hot, epic, and liberated and warm.
Layers.
Layers. That's it. I'm going to remember that when I'm doing this. Becky's saying layers, so I'm going to remember that.
Yeah, cool. I live in the frozen north and in the tundra. That's how you survive.
Yeah. Yes.
So how do you want to approach this today? What do you want to dive in with?
Well, what's something that that comes up for you, for your tribe, especially when it comes to holding themselves back? Like, I know for me, when I'm talking to people, it's very much about like they have all these epic dreams and they're really, really excited about, like, they're tapping into that energy, but they go to take action and they just shit their pants. Like, they can't do it. They can't pitch themselves. They can't sell anything. Some of them, can't even do a lot, just like struggling with doing a live stream. For some, it's actually going and approaching people. Like, they may have big ideas about how they want to work with somebody in particular.
Yeah. I'm laughing because I've been having this conversation with my clients over the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And the analogy that came to me, which I'm now going to share again because it's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Is every single day I get emails and messages from clients who say, I have figured it out. I know the thing. It is my life's purpose. It is what I am meant to do. I couldn't do anything better. It is all me. and I am jazzed. And I'm like, okay, go you. That's awesome. 24 hours will go by. I will get a message or an email from the same exact person who says, okay, I tried it. Nobody's paying attention. I'm going to quit. That is hysterical. That is hysterical to me.
Yeah.
See the absurdity of what your mind has just done to you. Do you
Yeah.
It's your life's purpose. You can't wait to help people in that way. That's too hard. Change my mind.
Yeah. And it's like this massive fear of rejection. Like,
right. And so I guess this is the point. Most people don't say, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
They say, it's too hard. I don't know how. What will it look like? Who will I find to support me? Who's going to pay me to do that? All of these seemingly on the surface rational things that when you peel back for layers make absolutely no sense whatsoever. Logically, they just don't make sense, you know? Hey, Natalie, how are you? And I just find that so funny. It's just so absurd. It's really like your lifelong passion and dream.
Yeah.
And a day later, I give up. It's too hard.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it can be less than that. It can be like within hours, you know what I mean? Especially if you've like put yourself out there, like you're going, okay, today's the day I'm going to, you know, like it could be something really epic that you want to do and you go, okay, then you might go and pitch yourself because you might want to work with someone or something like that. And you've come back coming with this terrible feeling of like it didn't work out or maybe they didn't like you or something like that. And then it's like, I'm not sure if that's it. I'm never going to do that again. And it's like, well, you know, I think not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone's going to be in alignment with you, you know, like.
And the more visible you are, the more present you are, the more you choose to show up, the more that you do, the less likely it is everybody will like you. But isn't that the point?
Yeah.
Because if everybody liked you, then you weren't really saying something that somebody needed to hear. You just sort of like vanilla ice cream, and that's just not interesting. I actually started a few days ago a blog series. It's on the blog. It's very lengthy, and it's about how this fear prevents you from being yourself throughout your entire life, and how that impacts you, particularly in business, keeps you broke, keeps you invisible. And really just guts your business, and it's in your head. But I think it's really important to note that not all fear is really big fear. Not when we're having this conversation about sabotage and the ways of the mind working internally, it's not always crystal clear to you that that's actually fear that's lying, right?
Yeah.
It can be as simple as, I don't feel like it. Well, really? 5 minutes ago, that was the expression of purpose and passion. And you couldn't wait to get out there and unleash yourself, and now you don't feel like it?
Yeah.
But that's not fear, it's not fear, right?
Yeah. And it's interesting, isn't it, how it can be as simple as going just a small amount of procrastination, if you let it, can accelerate to like an hour later you're sitting there going, I've given up. I'm not supposed to be an entrepreneur. And I hate this. Like maybe I should just, go and get a job somewhere else because, I'm not deserving of this. I can't do it. And it's all because just like a little thought just stemmed from that, and it's just gone.
Yeah. And it's normal.
Yeah.
This is the way that your mind is set up. Something is unfamiliar. Your mind says, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
It is not safe. You are not doing it. And I am going to find everything that I can and drag it up and make it sound like the most rational thing ever when it's complete and utter nonsense. Like if you actually take the time, and I have my clients do this, if you take the time to write down this stuff and you get to see what it is you're saying to yourself, you'll be hysterically laughing because it's so absurd.
Yeah.
You know? But most people do that. They're not even aware of the thoughts that are spinning. All that they notice is, I'm not taking action, and I feel gross and uncomfortable, and I'm not sure what's going on here, and I feel really stuck. Well, Your thoughts create your feelings, which will either inspire you to move your ass or not. So always go back to what it was that you were thinking. What were you saying to yourself? Was it actually true? Or is it the most ridiculous shit you have ever heard? And almost it's absurd.
Yeah, that's it. And the distinction between that, when you're actually going through it because you've let it get like out of control, that's like a downward spiral. It does, you're right, it does. It seems very logical at the time, doesn't it? And that's why it's cool to like catch it.
It's awesome to catch it. And I think, a lot of times, hey, Joy, how you doing? I think a lot of times some people, they basically just take themselves too seriously. Like it's the end all be all, we're going to die. Oh my God, I'm doing it again. I'm thinking that thought again. I can't believe I'm sabotaging myself again. Well, that doesn't help either. That just makes you feel worse.
Yeah.
Right? Just go, oh, that's cool. Get curious about it. Nancy's laughing. You just go, oh, that's interesting. Next. I had Nancy laughing at herself today. Hey, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. We take ourselves way too seriously.
And that is so true. And that judgment that we have on ourselves when we go through that, rather than sort of like being okay with ourselves for feeling that and going, okay, then how can I tap into my awesomeness again?
It's another way of making yourself feel like shit, which the mind knows will make sure you don't move. Right?
Yeah.
All of these handy tricks it pulls out, you can't really do it. Well, maybe you can, but even if you try, you're going to fail and you're going to be embarrassed and people are going to make fun of you and what's your neighbor's going to say? And the next thing you know, you're going, I can't move, right? Yeah. Then you go, wait, I know. I remember this live stream with Mandy and Becky. They were talking about this. It must be what I'm thinking. Oh my God, I'm sabotaging myself. I'm such a loser. I can't believe I'm doing it again. And then the next thing, you're right back where you were. Let that go.
Yeah, that's it. Because I know even for myself, I had to get pretty real with myself in regards to judgment of myself, especially because I would know the process of how to get back into that energy again, but I would judge myself for how I was feeling between that time. And actually I found that the judgment, like I'd hit the fear and then I would judge the fear, and then that made it even harder to get back. Yeah.
So here's the secret to success. Ready?
Yeah. Go, Becky. Go. Becky.
I'm already laughing at myself. This is how bad it is. Here's the secret to success. I don't have to care about that.
Yeah. Like you could tweet that, people, if you want to. Tweet it.
I don't have to care.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you're having a panic attack, if you're struggling with a business, or how to manage a relationship, or on a diet. Skip the self-judgment, people. You don't have to care about that.
Yeah.
It's freedom.
Yeah, that's it. And letting go of that is just like,
Yes, it is a deep, deep sigh of relief. It's exactly it. I love that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even say that sentence, you actually don't have to care about that. And they go, whoa. And their whole body language changes like that. Yeah. Because we're so screwed up, right?
I'm going to write that down because I'm going to do a little thing on that afterwards and refer to this live stream.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for people who don't know me, by the way, and I'm assuming later on we'll update this thing, but I am Rebecca T. Dickson at RebeccaTDickson.com. People call me Becky. I got here. It's a long and varied story, but the shortest version possible is I talk a lot about fear, and I'm a mindset coach. And the reason I talk a lot about fear is because I had panic disorder for many, many years, and built a multiple 7-figure business despite that. And I'm happy to say that shit is gone now because I learned I didn't have to care.
Yeah. That's why they call Becky the bullshit slayer.
Exactly. Because we tell ourselves these lies over and over and over again, and we're not even aware of what it is that we're saying. That is so nonsensical.
Yeah.
And that is my passion. You talk about liberation all the time. To me, this is liberation. Let's get down and dirty with what's real.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think that's the thing, for me, when people have sort of been chatting to me about liberation, they're seeing the fun that I'm having, but I'm also talking about the personal growth that I've experienced as well. You know what I mean? But I mean, for some people, liberation is like a holiday. Like they envision it as a big holiday. You know what I mean? Where that they don't. It's not about internal liberation for them. And
no, it's if you're truly liberated, it's
yeah, yeah.
It's every moment of every day.
Yeah,
it's not a construct of a 10-day vacation in Europe. No, it's every fucking day you're free.
Yeah. That's it.
Who doesn't want that?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Who doesn't want that?
I know. No, I agree. I very much agree. And it's sort of funny. I know even for myself, like I actually thought that I was pretty liberated and all of that. And then when I had some big changes recently, then it just like it woke me the fuck up big time. You know what I mean? About because it brought up a lot of stuff for me, and I just thought, wow, like I thought I was doing okay. You know what I mean? And then I thought I am so far from where I want to be. You know what I mean? From where I would love, because all of a sudden you just feel differently about things. You know what I mean? I mean, that started off last year, but it was, yeah.
I think too that you have these experiences or circumstances come up so that you will notice where you've been lying to yourself.
Yeah.
And then you can fix it.
Yeah.
So it's not actually a problem at all. It's a gift.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Man, I've had like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of miracles, I would have to say, like even just like over the last 6 months. And some of them didn't really feel like that at the time, but I recognized them as that. Yeah. And and it's just been so incredible. So like for me, liberation is internal and external, because when I'm shifting the internal, it all starts happening externally as well.
Sure. Now, for the average everyday person who's watching this, what does that mean? Well, what's freedom to you? Because you can have all the money in the world and still not be free.
Yes.
So you've decided that you are who you are and you're okay with that, and you're not interested in what other people have to say when they say it, because they're gonna. You're really not. You're living as a caricature who you think you're supposed to be to please everybody else. Yeah. And that sucks, by the way. Don't do that.
Yeah, because it's not much fun wrapping yourself up in cotton wool, hiding from anything and everything that you can possibly think of just to try and keep yourself safe, where in fact you can make yourself feel safe just stepping out and just being yourself and not giving a shit about, what everyone else is saying.
And that is an internal decision, right?
Yeah.
You choose that whatever's going on out there, you can't control anyway. You can only control how you respond to that.
Yeah.
And then you're free. Because what's the secret to success? I don't have to care about that.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
That's so funny.
Yes, I love that so much. And so I was going to say, have you got any questions or anything coming in? No. And so what else? Because I actually read those 3 blog posts that you've only just recently done. Yeah, I read them all last night, and I was reading through them. And I was just like, yes, that's awesome. Yeah. And so like for anyone watching this who doesn't know a little bit about your story with when it comes to fear, would you like to share some of that? Because I was reading some of that, because there was some of that I didn't know, and I was like, I'm going to ask Becky to share that tomorrow.
What part? Where would you like me to begin?
Well, there was I remember, even with your job, remember you had that job, that journalist job?
Yeah, I was a reporter for a long time. I love that job.
Yeah. And then you said that you found, just because of your own fear, you were struggling with that, with just like being yourself and worrying about what everyone was thinking.
Yeah, this is a perfect example of psyching yourself out and how your thoughts create your reality. I was so afraid to fail. I paralyzed myself and failed.
Yeah.
I psyched myself out. Now, no, I didn't get fired. And yes, I got my ass back on the horse. And when I left, I was a rock star writer, and I'm a fucking great writer. Let's get that clear. But that's an example of, repeating thoughts and patterns will stifle you. They'll numb you out. They'll
Yeah.
eventually you. They will absolutely prevent you from ever taking a step forward toward the thing that you say that you want the most. And they make you say crazy things like, hey, Julie, crazy things like, I found my life purpose. No, wait, change my mind. It's too hard. I mean, that's just dumb. But that's the power of the mind. It can motivate you or completely disempower you. But the beautiful thing, and I think this is the part that most people don't know, is you are not your mind.
Yeah.
You run your mind. Your mind does not run you. We are the only species on the face of the planet that has the power to have thought and observe it.
Yes, I know. That's so bloody cool, right?
Yeah. I mean, use it.
Yeah.
Be slightly elevated from the apes. Start looking at what you're doing to yourself. And this is, I think some people sometimes hear mindset or coaching and they think it's not science, it's just theory. This is actually science. There's a whole field of psychology that has examined this and looked at it in neuroscience and all that other stuff. Thoughts directly create feelings, which directly then decide if you are going to act or not act. This is science. It's not made up theory. And there's a million books and studies out there that you can go and check out to look at that. But since we have established that that is a fact, and you are not yet able to attain the goal that you want so badly, would it not then behoove you to start examining what it is you are thinking?
Yes.
It's very simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
But nobody wants to do it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say nobody. There are lots of people out there that are elevated and conscious and working very hard on becoming better versions of themselves. But by and large, when you often have this type of conversation, people look at you as though you have lost your mind. and I'm like, they've known about this for a couple decades.
Yeah.
You know, it's I'm not making it up, guys. It's real science. That part's always interesting to me. Something else I was reading today, I cannot remember the name of the book. I saw a live stream on Facebook in a group I don't remember, which prompted me to go and grab a book, which I then started reading. And it talked about the power of writing.
Yeah.
And this I don't know if is science or not. But what the text said was there's a difference between writing it with pen and paper because it uses more muscles and I don't know if it deepens or strengthens the pathway versus typing it on the keyboard.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not. I will find out because I'm a researcher by nature, but I found that very interesting.
It's funny because I remember years ago when I first started like journaling, I was like, oh, it's just faster for me to type on the computer. But I actually found out that I actually got it better. Like things are sunk in better for me, and there was a lot more personal, like the energy. Yeah,
it is faster to do it on the keyboard, but that defeats the entire purpose because the purpose of journaling is to make yourself slow down.
Yeah, exactly.
So that you can begin to see the nonsense that you are saying to yourself. Your mind wants to go a million miles an hour. Let me fire it out. Let me just keep spewing. I'm going to keep going. We're going to skim right over this. We're not going to notice what we're saying to ourselves. And boom, 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 boom. And people like that, right? Because they like beauty and they like feisty and they like speed. This is our culture. Well, that's all well and good, but you're not learning a damn thing.
And it is, I find for myself, once I let go of that and said, you know what, I'm just gonna write it, and the connection that I had with that was so much more epic than it was just this really, really cool energy that I had with it. Yeah,
and you're not going to get, let's say you type your journaling and you get type pages. You're not going to get anywhere near that much out if you're writing it by hand, but that is exactly the point. It is supposed to slow you down so you can see what you are doing.
Yeah.
Right? And people resist that. And I understand it, but I think people also need to understand that that is the whole point. It is to make yourself slow down and sit with the discomfort of slowing down and notice the feelings as they emerge as you are writing it. That is the entire point of using a journal. And I don't think people understand that entirely. I should probably take a course on that at some point, but later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I absolutely agree, and that was one of the things that I found for myself was like I could whizzle whiz through it or whatever, whizzle over it. That is not the right.
You're a trip. I love it. I think whizzle was not the word. You were trying to go really fast with the journaling, and
yeah, and I found that it just wasn't sinking in. I'd get through it really fast. I'd write all this stuff down, but none of it really made any sense to me because I just wasn't taking the time. You're so right. Like actually, because when you write it down, when you handwrite it down in a journal, you feel it. Like you actually feel it a lot more.
It forces you to slow down. Yeah. And feeling is allowed to surface because you're not typing at 100 words per minute and going to the next thought and the next and the next. You have to experience it. And that to me is the entire point of doing it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
and that can be challenging because if you're wanting to just, because like if you're typing your way through it so that you can avoid all that shit and then all of a sudden you slow down and then like have to like face it, it's like, ooh, okay then.
Yeah. But isn't that the whole point?
Because, and it's awesome.
Because how you've been feeling and the things that you've been doing haven't gotten you what you wanted. So you're supposed to then become a little uncomfortable and try something different. I mean, this is another crazy, sarcastic conversation I have in my head. I said to one of my clients today, my entire life is an episode of Seinfeld. I don't know if you know what that is in Australia. But
we get Seinfeld.
So that, I mean, this is the thing. They come to us, or a client comes to a coach or a mentor, and they say, okay, I want this result. And we say, okay, well, I would like you to do this. And they go, no, I can't do it. What are you paying me for?
Yeah. Right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, then don't.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to say? I'm not going to argue.
Yeah.
But that's how sneaky fear and resistance is. Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I agree. I've had, and it's not because I'm like bitching about my clients here. I'm trying to give an example here.
I just find it very fun.
Yeah, because the thing is that it's good for everyone to hear this because everyone is feeling these things at one time or another. So, like I've had clients that have like wanted to do really, really epic stuff, and then their fear, they've used their fear as saying, "Oh no, that's I'm not in alignment with that." But what they're really saying is, "I'm in alignment with my fear."
Correct. Yeah, and we all do that.
Yeah, and
you and me and we all do that. That's just the mind being very clever. I said something to our coach at one point, and she said that might be the most intelligent way I've ever heard anybody sabotage themselves ever, and I just died laughing. Right. How clever the mind gets. I mean, we can really screw it up.
Yeah.
That's funny to me. It's funny.
Because that's what I was saying. Like I remember one client in particular who, she wanted to do something so epic and she had the potential. She has gone on to do it now, but it took her a little while, even after we finished coaching. All this, and it's so funny because all the stuff that she didn't want to do, all the stuff that she had judgment of herself and others on, all this stuff. And after each session, like she'd be really excited. And then I could see her like start to convince herself during the session. And then all of a sudden she'd say, oh, I don't know if I could. And I could just see it like happening right in front of my eyes. Yeah. And then having to bring it back up again. And it was really interesting. Like how I saw things pan out for her. And then it's interesting because all the stuff that we worked on, now she's kicking all that into place. Like she's released a lot of stuff now. And I'm so stoked for her. But sometimes it just takes a little while for people, because
that's okay.
Quite often with mindset, people want overnight. They want everything to like change right now, right this instant. And obviously you can make that happen. You know, like if you start taking action on it and you just keep tapping into that energy and you can utilize that. But for other people, it takes a little bit of extra time. So I think also for people not to judge themselves when they start feeling themselves like reeling back. Yeah. And that's the thing.
Any type of judgment, self-judgment, judgment of others, any of it,
yeah.
It's slitting your own throat.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no benefit to that anytime ever. Whether it's judging a thought, a feeling, the time it takes, the action, the comparison, all that stuff. It just makes you feel like shit.
Yeah, yeah. And for me with my clients, I want them to do the internal work, but I'm also getting them to take action at the same time, because that's something that it's easy when you're doing mindset work to really get stuck in like, oh, this is all fun. Yeah, I'm doing all this internal work, but not taking any action on it. Yeah.
And I think it is really critical too, because as you're going through the mindset work and fear gets very clever, fear will take over if you don't move your ass.
Yeah.
Right? The antidote to fear is not to sit and wait for the fear to dissipate. You will wait till you're dead. We get braver by doing the thing that scares us and seeing that we were okay. That's how you build courage. That's a muscle, right? Yeah. It's not sitting and waiting for fear to pass. That's insanity.
Yeah, that's it. And also I think too, because when you're living into your purpose so much, you're going to have a lot of fear because it's something that's so personal and so epic within you. You're so passionate about it. That's why all that stuff comes up too. You know what I mean? Because it's
if you are not
everything to you.
If you're not consistently doing the internal mindset work that we've been talking about throughout this whole call, if you're not aligning your thoughts and feelings to the actions that you need to take and making sure that you're not giving too many fucks about what other people think, then you will psych yourself right out, right? Because fear is going to happen. There's no escaping that.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Sorry, people. We're just telling you. We're just being honest here.
Get used to dealing with it and understand that it's a normal human emotion. It's perfectly acceptable to have it, but it doesn't actually mean you have to stop.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that like it has to like have you sitting in the corner,
exactly.
You know, like throwing shit at yourself,
right? No.
Telling yourself that you can't do anything and that you have to wait for, you know, something external to come in and just like be your white knight and just like fix everything for you. You got to do it yourself.
I said this to a client today, actually, who laughed her ass off. I was like, well, that's not going to happen because nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming to save you because nobody cares.
Yeah.
That's just the truth of it. And they're not paying that much attention to you because, again, nobody cares. They're caught up in their own shit. It's just a big story.
Yeah.
But we don't notice that stuff until we start pulling it apart and looking at those thoughts and journaling, like you said, or whatever else. I mean, some people meditate. Some people, I don't know, chant. Yeah. Whatever it is that works for them is great. But you got to start thinking about what is it that I am filling my head with every day that's producing this feeling.
Yeah.
And sometimes, no matter what it is you're telling yourself, you're still afraid. Well, then just go do something.
Yeah.
Nothing cures fear faster than action.
Yeah.
And then you walk out of there and you go, I fucking did that. I'm on. Right? That's how you diminish fear. That's how you dance with your limits. Or perceive limits, I should say.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time sometimes, but that's okay. It takes what it takes. It's all progress.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, I know for myself, sometimes it can be like if something comes up like that for me, I'll just like jump in the car or, you know, like that's why I go away and do stuff because I like, for me, especially now, it's like change of environment inspires me a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So it's I get really excited and while I'm away or while I'm out doing something else, wherever I go, oh, fuck yes. You know what I mean? Yes. And something will come to, and I'll get super inspired, or I'll just see a situation, something will just like come up in front of me and I'll go, yeah, like I'll think, oh, that would be an epic post, or it would, I think of a program that I could create from that, or and it's been funny when I've even when I've been in the car with people, I've always got my there
Yeah,
we go.
you got it.
Stuff. And and I'm like, and they'll go, oh, there she goes, and I'm like,
Yes.
yeah.
But I think that that's the key to all of it. Any block, any piece of sabotage, whether it's fear or otherwise, don't just sit there thinking about it. Move.
Yeah.
Do something. Or
Yeah.
physically move and get out of the house. Do something different.
Yeah. I have a list of things that I do. Like it'll be that, it'll be working out, it'll be working out, listening to something that's going to motivate me, not, like listening to like I kill myself music.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Sorry?
I said that would be bad. Probably not a good idea.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And the cool thing is that like if you kind of know the things that can help pull you out of, and back into really cool energy really quickly, then do that. Like know that you've got that plan B list there if you need it. So you can go, okay, then I'm catching where I am now.
Yeah,
I'm going to go and do this. Yeah.
One of the big things that I have my clients do when we're first talking about what it is that they want is drilling down why they want it, basically to say, how will it make you feel?
Yeah.
And then we take those feelings and we say, okay, how can you feel that right now?
Yeah.
And so when you're slipping or you catch yourself spinning out or you're in this funnel of terror, I know how to make myself feel the way I want to feel.
Yeah.
And you pick that up instead. You don't sit and wait for it to pass.
Yeah. That's it. I've never found that sitting there and waiting for it to pass has worked yet.
No. But again, if you are experiencing true terror, that's human nature. Holy shit, stop everything.
Yeah.
I need to figure out what is going on, right?
Yeah.
No, your head's fucking with you. Don't let it.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, and that's what you were saying. Like you can, everything that's going on in your head, you can just tell it to fuck off.
Well, again, the secret to success. I don't have to care about that.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
I can choose to, or I can choose not to.
Yeah.
And if choosing to care about it makes me feel crappy, then I'm going to make a different choice.
Yeah. That's it. So Becky needs to distribute some T-shirts on this.
I should have T-shirts made.
I don't have to fucking care about it.
I do not have to care about that at all.
Yeah.
So funny.
And so what I'm interested, and we'll share this in here, even though I've sort of read your post. So what was it that led you up to like not caring about it? What was like something that sort of, because obviously
paint a picture for you, and you're gonna. It's I think everything is funny, but that's just my personality because we take everything way too seriously. So I'm 45 years old, right? I'm hitting perimenopause, and forget the hot flashes and all that nonsense. The emotional roller coaster is like nothing I have ever seen. Okay, so we've got that happening. And then simultaneously, actually, I don't know if you know about this or not. I haven't written about it, I don't think, at length, but I decided in my infinite wisdom that after 15 years of taking Prozac for panic disorder, I was coming off of it because I don't have panic anymore.
Yeah.
So I weaned myself off, and that was not a good idea by myself, right? I shouldn't have done that by myself. So I've got massive withdrawals going on with that crap. I lost 40 pounds so far. And I've got this hormonal roller coaster with perimenopause. So this is the setup. I'm sitting at the kitchen table right where I am right now in my bathrobe. I am hysterically sobbing for no reason.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And unable in that moment to even laugh at myself.
Yeah.
Way down. Okay. This doesn't happen often, but you get the setup.
Yeah.
As this is going on, I feel a full-blown panic attack coming right up. I can feel it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And
I can just about feel it while you're talking about it. Like, yeah, yeah. I can.
In that moment, I go to myself, I don't care.
Yeah.
I literally, I don't care. I couldn't care fucking less because I am crying so hard about this other stuff that, you know, is nothing. But as soon as I had the thought, I don't care, it was gone.
Ah, yeah.
And I went,
Whoa.
light bulb, write that down.
Yeah.
And the next day, you can play with this, by the way. Anybody who has panic disorder or anxiety, general anxiety, play with this. The next day, I said, I want to see if I can do that again. So I purposely induced anxiety and brought it back up and then went, yeah, I don't care. And it was gone. So this is what I'm saying. This is the key to success. That's how I figured it out. It was actually a physical sensation in my body because I truly didn't give a fuck. And now I apply it to everything. Kids piss me off. Do I need to care about that? Probably not.
That's it.
My 16-year-old driving my van, hit my Jeep. Do I need to care about that? Probably not. Right? I mean, save your fucks for things you care about. And that's it.
Yeah.
If it's going to make me angry, if it's going to upset me, if I'm going to end up crying, I don't need to care about it.
Yeah.
Because I have all these other magical things over here that I do care about.
Yes.
Like my business and my clients and my relationships. And that's the meaty stuff that matters.
Yes. Yeah. I love that.
That's how I figured it out.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. I hope. I was going to say I'm going to make some notes on this. I probably need to rewatch this and do some bullet points and like put some times in there and things for some of the cool stuff.
One major theme. I don't have to care about that.
Yeah, yeah. And
some people I have heard over the years from many other people who have general anxiety or panic disorder, some version of that. You know, I've heard people say over the years, it just doesn't bother me anymore, that kind of thing. Like they got used to it or they just learned to dance with it. But it never struck me in the way that it did when I was sitting in this chair in that moment where I literally didn't care.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Bring it on because right now I'm sobbing so hysterically over utter nonsense in the middle of this perimenopause meltdown. It can't get any worse. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then it was gone.
Awesome. I love that. I love it. I love it.
That's freedom. You want to talk about like mindset, Wonder Woman, ninja shit? That's it right there.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what happened after that? Like
everything.
Sorry?
Everything.
Well, tell us everything then. Well, you don't have to tell us everything. Like what are some big things that like really just like
I have yet to have a single panic attack since from a woman who was having multiple every day coming off of that medication because I don't care.
Yeah.
I choose whether or not I'm going to participate in something that's going to bother me. And sometimes I still choose wrong, right?
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
But more often than not, something else that can trigger me, I literally say, do I want to care about that? Nope.
Yeah.
Do I actually want to engage in that argument with my kid? Do I want to talk about this with my husband again? Nope.
Yeah. You are so right. I know like stuff that I used to care, like that used to affect me so much that would like have me like just beside myself, and same thing, having panic attacks, it was like, as you said, was it like the tunnel of fear, of terror or something, that you said, that's what it was like. And once
you're so busy trying to control things you cannot control, you forget that you can control yourself. You care.
Yeah. And it's interesting now when I look back at the stuff that like I used to be absolutely terrified of, that energy would just like have me like just like for hours, just absolutely feeling sick to my stomach and just like, yeah. And where I just like, I don't care now. And, you know, when that comes up, even with people, when they say that to me, whoops, I'll just go.
Hey, Jessica, how you doing? Yeah, no,
Yes, yeah. I would just like, then like now if stuff like that comes up, it's like, yeah, I don't care, and I just move on. And it's interesting now you say that, because I kind of forget how much I've progressed since then. And I think that is so true. Like the amount of things that I just don't care about now, it's just not a big deal.
Well, because in the moment, I think, and you know, whether you're talking about anxiety or a job, you're having a thought that this bad thing is about to happen. And in the case of anxiety, you feel it coming. And then the sense of dread increases. And, oh, my God, what's going on? Here it comes again. I can't do anything about this. Everything's horrible. It's out of control. Why can't I have a life without anxiety? And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Versus, wow, it's coming up again. Good. Let it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
It's fucking gone.
Yeah. And it is that you're right when you're saying like freedom, liberation. It's just like to be able to feel like that, and to know that you trust yourself enough and have enough intuition that you can just like do that you like can empower yourself to know that you can do that and that you will do that, is a really, really cool, amazing friggin' gift to give to yourself.
Again, what can you control?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's so awesome. I love that so much.
It doesn't mean that you don't make decisions about situations, events, and circumstances. It just means that you choose to not give a flying, huge, raging fuck about something to the point where you're going to upset yourself. That's just
Yeah.
And, you know, and unfortunately, again, it took me 40 years to figure that out. But that's the bottom line.
Yeah. And it's like I've noticed. I haven't. Since the dogs passed away, there's been a couple of times where I've had probably maybe 2 panic attacks, which I hadn't had any for a long time. And so that really, like, I just thought, whoa, but I think because I was stepping up in such a different way, you know what I mean? Like, the stuff that I'm doing now is like a year ago, I would have thought, no way. No, I can't believe that version of Mandy is doing that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that would have just been like, not unthinkable, but I would have just thought, oh, wow, like, gee, she's game. You know, good on her. You know what I mean? Fuck.
That's it.
Yeah. And so for me, it's been awesome. Like going through this process and just going, oh, wow, like that's coming up for me. Wow, that's coming up for me. Okay, then how can I move this? And it's been good because this type of stuff had happened to me a few years back. It would have been more, a bit tougher for me to be able to roll with it, you know, where now I can, you know, I'm handling it and have been able to up level really, really quickly with it. Yeah.
You've done the work over time, and I've known you for a long time. You've done the work to figure out how you tick. Then you catch your own crap, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we started this whole thing. If you're not aware of the crap you're spinning, that's how you end up in that state, whether it's paralyzed, stuck, miserable, or having a freaking panic attack. You've done it to yourself.
Yeah.
Which is great news, because it means you can undo it. It's not, the world is not happening to you. You're just receive it that way.
Yeah. And it's funny. I was thinking, like the other day, like was talking to a friend who was going through something that I went through like years and years ago, and is at that kind of same stage mindset wise that I was at years ago, and I was just like thinking to myself, like how much I enjoyed talking to them and helping them, you know, through that. But I was also thinking to myself, wow, look at the journey I've been through myself and how much I've expanded myself. And it's really cool. Like when you allow yourself to continually up level, tap into that energy and be able to just like let go of stuff and go, yeah, you know what? I don't care about that anymore. You know what I mean? Like you're a lot more gentle with yourself. And I think too, when people think, oh, well, love on yourself more, be gentle, they actually feel like that means don't do anything. It's like just sit around forever and, journal and don't take action and just cross your fingers that good shit will come your way and all that type of stuff. But it's actually not that. You're tapping into really cool energy and like just you're helping yourself out. You're like being your most best friend ever and just like telling yourself this is all good, you've got this, and you can move forward and you can take action. And like when you've got that trust in yourself and the universe as well, that you know that you've just got it, it's like it's such an exciting feeling.
When I talk about self-care with a client, I say, okay, what would you say to a friend right now who is in your situation? I cheer him on. I tell him he can handle it, he can do it. I tell him how brilliant he is. I tell him how amazing he is, and nobody has ever attempted to do the things that he's tried to do. And I tell him I'm so proud of him. And I go, okay, well, good. Now, what are you telling yourself?
Yeah.
I suck. I'm a failure. I'm a loser. I can't do it. Well, that's why you feel like shit. That's why you have panic attacks. That's why you're stuck.
Yeah.
Treat yourself at least as well as you would treat a friend.
Yeah.
It's just an internal conversation instead of one that's external with the person beside you.
Yeah.
You don't understand that.
Yeah. And it's being intentional about it, because the thing is, at first, like people start on this and they go, well, why isn't it just changing now? Why am I defaulting?
Because it took you however long you've been living on the planet to get to this point. Now you've got to undo all that shit. That's why.
Yeah,
how long did it take you to learn to tie your shoes, ride a bike, drive a car? Give yourself a chance. Let's go.
Yeah. When you did that over and over and over until you learned it and got it, and it's exactly the same thing. Yeah.
It's no different than anything else that you learn to do, right? And again, we could have this entire cultural conversation about how everybody wants a magic pill and they want it now.
Yeah.
Jessica, you're sweet. But that's kind of irrelevant. I mean, I think it's just that we're very hard on ourselves and we're interested in instantaneous change. And we forget that we don't treat other people that way.
Yeah.
When you want to make a friend feel better, you don't dump on them.
Yeah.
But yet that's what you're doing in the private moments you have with yourself. And then you wonder why you don't feel inspired to do something for your own benefit, whether that's business building or cleaning up a relationship or anything else, delineating a boundary. How could you possibly feel inspired when you're walking around telling yourself that you're a fucking loser?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And I'll just put Annie's comment up there. But seriously, it takes practice.
10,000 hours of self-care, dude.
Yeah.
And sometimes self-care means taking action.
Yeah.
You know, if you're you're sitting there terrified, move.
Yeah.
That would be an act of love. To stop being afraid or do it scared and prove to yourself how amazing you are.
Yeah. I'm just checking the comments here, just making sure I haven't missed any, because I was engrossed in the conversation.
It's been great.
Yes. No, I know. Because I'm just sitting here listening and then just like having a conversation, but also asking questions and thinking, oh, yeah. Because last night it was interesting when I was reading through your posts and I was just thinking, yes, that would be epic. And all that stuff has all come up. Everything, has all come up today. You know, I just actually said beforehand, I said to the universe, I said, let this be mind-blowing, because I said I've read all this stuff last night and I really want to just tap into that energy today. But I didn't want to make it so sterile that I was going, so Becky, I was
Interviewing is an art. I was very good at that. And actually, there's another installment. It might actually already be up tonight. I don't know. I have to look. God, my internet is really slow. It's probably because we're on a live. Anyway, there's another installment tonight. This thing ended up, Mandy, blowing into 13 or 14 different parts is what it came out.
Yeah.
I was really surprised by that. So today is day 4 in that series. RebeccaTDixon.com/blog. Yeah, it's up. I'm looking right now. Today's installment is called It's Not All True.
Oh, cool. I'm going to read that afterwards.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. This is, whoops. Oh, that didn't come up.
Confidence is a result, not a requirement. Amen, sister.
Yeah.
It's a muscle you build. And sitting there waiting to build it isn't going to do shit.
Yeah, that's it. Well, you got to build it.
Right.
It's got to be built, so someone's got to do it.
Right.
And that's so cool.
So good. Well, this was fun.
Yeah, it has been. It has been excellent. Oh, I'm looking forward to the next one too now. That's That's cool. So we keep saying we're going to do another one, and we have been, because it's just been really good. And even I've had people private message me and just saying, "Oh, I love that one, love that livey that you guys did," because it's just like, I think because it's not super like promotional, salesy. It's just like we just talk.
Yeah, you just go up and shoot the shit. It's a great thing.
Yeah. It's been very, very cool. Awesome.
I'm glad.
So we don't set dates for any of this. We just, like, when we feel like we want to do one, we just like message each other and go, yeah, let's do this, and we'll probably do it on this then or something.
Awesome.
Whatever inspires us at the time. Yeah. Oh, well, thanks heaps. Beck, you've just been awesome. I've loved this today. This has been epic. And I'm going to go write something down about this. I don't have to care about this.
No, you really don't. Nobody does.
Yes.
About anything.
Yeah. No, definitely. I'm going to share this in my group too, because my group needs to hear this as well. This is good. I like having conversations like this. Epic.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. It's always a pleasure. I love doing liveys with you. They're so easy and fun, and it's cool. And we always talk about stuff that I really like to talk about too, so it's good. It's kind of selfish in a way, but anyway.
No, it's all good.
That it's like, that it's super in alignment. That's because I love your vibe so much and everything you're about. So it's really, really cool.
Likewise. Thank you.
Awesome. Then you superstar. Well, I love you to bits. And Becky's already told you where you can get hold of her, but we'll just say it again, Beck, if you don't mind, so that people know where to reach you.
I'm everywhere as Rebecca T. Dickson. RebeccaTDixon.com. And Rebecca T. Dickson on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. That's where you find me. Hop on the blog, catch on the train of the blog series. It's a multi-part series on why we're so afraid to be ourselves and how that keeps us small, but more importantly, invisible and broke. And if you're an entrepreneur, that's not who you want to be. Yeah,
Exactly. Awesome.
Thank you.
Then, superstar. I love you, Beck.
Love you.
Okay, see you later, everyone. Thanks heaps, Beck. See ya.